Item 34, Councilwoman Anthony, Councilman Goncalves, Espinal, Councilwomen Kerwin, LaFortune, and Miller. Resolution requesting that the city shall commit to transforming into an anti-racist institution by following the continuum on becoming an anti-racist multicultural organization, by continuing to support and invest in structures, programs, and policies that align with the Just Providence framework and climate justice plan. Any additional co-sponsors?
May I have someone speak on that? I'm sorry, I didn't grasp for that. I should have called upon.
Okay. So item number 34, so the sponsors would like to speak on it?
Please.
I would like to speak.
Councilwoman Anthony?
Thank you. This is an environmental racism resolution. So basically what this does is connect our environment with racism. Climate change impacts our marginalized communities disproportionately. The city's Office of Sustainability, in partnership with the Racial and Environmental Justice Committee, have created the Climate Justice Plan that addresses these interconnected issues of public health, racism, climate, and environmental sustainability. The Climate Justice Plan has applied this framework to center frontline communities. In the discussion, they've done extensive outreach with marginalized communities in coming up with this plan. It's actually recognized as a national leader and model for community-centered planning, power shifting, and climate justice. As a matter of fact, I think Leah and her team have traveled to Colorado to present this Climate Justice Plan. It's something to be very proud of. So they hope that the Office of Sustainability through this plan hopes to update existing policies such as zoning, develop new programs such as green justice zones in our frontline communities, and create the new policies that will help mitigate the climate crisis, especially in the frontline communities where the crisis is only exacerbating health and economic inequities. So I just wanted to give Leah and her team a big shout out. This is an impressive plan, and I think it's very timely. And putting our marginalized communities first and the preparation and development of this plan is exactly what we should be doing as a city.
You're muted.
Thank you. So item number 34, any additional discussion on this, Councilwoman LaFortune?
Thank you, Councilwoman Anthony. And just to piggyback, what I think is so remarkable about this whole initiative and the work that the Office of Sustainability is doing and the Racial and Environmental Committee is that it's a committee of diverse people from the community. And there's real advocacy. And also, as Councilwoman Anthony stated, it's really recognizing the intersections of race, class, as indicators in environmental justice assessments, which is a major component. And so it's really trying to address issues around climate change, but taking those things into consideration so that we are not leaving out some of our most vulnerable community members. And what is so unique is that this committee is made up of people from the community, living in the community, engaging with people within the community. So it's not just outsiders that are providing us with input, or feedback or recommendations, but it's people who are living it every single day, who can share personal anecdotes, as well as policies to address these concerns. So I also thank the Office of Sustainability as well as the Racial and Environmental Committee for all the work that they're doing. And I do hope that all my colleagues support this resolution.
Any additional discussion on this item? Councilman Espinal?
Thank you, Madam President. I just want to echo what Councilor Fortune so eloquently expressed, as well as my colleague, Councilwoman Anthony. And I also just want to add that our residents and our future residents deserve nothing less. That the time is now for us to take action. I believe that we can change the trajectory of our collective history by working together. This is a great resolution. I applaud the sponsor, and I ask my colleague for their support. Thank you.
Thank you. I see Councilwoman Castillo. You want to co-sponsor? Or you want to speak?
I want to be the co-sponsor for this item, and also I forgot to be co-sponsor for item 31, please.
Mr. Clerk, did you make a note of that? Thank you. So, I see Councilman Goncalves has been waiting. Do you want to co-sponsor or you want to speak?
I would like to speak on this item, if that's okay, Madam Chair.
Yes, go ahead.
Great. So if my memory serves me well, on October 2018, the report entitled Special Report on Global Warming of 1.5 degrees Celsius by the Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change issued a report and found that a changing climate is causing sea levels to rise and an increase in extreme weather events that certainly threaten human life and healthy communities and critical infrastructure. Right here in Providence, we see the challenges of climate change at our Port of Providence. So I applaud Leah and her team, as well as Councilwoman Anthony for bringing forth this resolution, as well as Councilwoman LaFortune and Councilman Espinal, as well as all of the members of the community who have been involved in this effort. On Earth Day of 2016, I believe, Providence Mayor Jorge Elorza signed an executive order that set a goal for Providence to become a carbon neutral city by 2050. This past fall, the city released the Climate Justice Plan for a more equitable, low carbon, and climate resilient future. And there's a study by the Rhode Island Department of Health that indicates asthma continues to disproportionately affect Rhode Island's racial and ethnic minorities in certain parts of the city. And African American and Hispanic children are disproportionately affected by asthma and more likely to be hospitalized due to asthma. Additionally, this report says that 71% of all asthma-related emergency room visits in Rhode Island are for children on Medicaid. And as we know, individuals who reside in South Providence, Washington Park, Wanskuck, and the West End, where many frontline communities of color live, are being overly represented when it comes to asthma-related emergency room visits. And the United States has historically been responsible for a disproportionate amount of greenhouse gas emissions. And again, we're seeing this right in our own backyard. So this resolution is an important step in confronting the challenges of climate change in our city. And I urge everyone to co-sponsor this resolution. Thank you, Council President.
Thank you. Thank you, Councilman. Deputy Majority Leader Harris, you have your hands up. Do you want to speak?
Yes, I did, and I want to thank very much the co-sponsor for the sponsor for bringing this matter. I really appreciate all the definition and explaining of what this ordinance is about. I really appreciate that. Not only am I going to want, if the sponsor allow me to co-sponsor, I'd like to co-sponsor, but I also like to support it as well. Thank you all for your estimation of what's been happening when you brought it forward to us, and thank you for that, bringing this resolution today. Thank you.
Thank you. I also would like to co-sponsor the item. Councilman Salvatore is waiting. Councilman Salvatore?
I'd just like to co-sponsor, Madam President. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, Sir Councilman Salvatore. And Leader Ryan. Right. So, motion was made and second. The clerk read the items. Mr. Clerk, do you want to call the roll now, please?
Council President Matos.
Aye.
Councilwoman Anthony.
Aye.
Councilwoman Castillo.
Aye.
Councilman Correa is absent. Councilman Espinal.
Aye.
Councilman Goncalves.
Aye.
Councilwoman Harris.
Aye.
Councilman Igliozzi.
Aye.
Councilor Kerwin.
Aye.
Councilwoman LaFortune.
Aye.
Councilor Miller is absent. Councilman Narducci is absent. Councilwoman Ryan.
Aye.
Councilor Salvatore.
Aye.
Councilor Taylor is absent. You have 11 ayes, 4 absent. The several matters pass on a roll call vote.